I'm going to talk to you guys about mental disorders in dogs. I've been wanting to do this talk for a long time because I've seen a lot of different disorders in dogs. I've tried to figure it out, watch these dogs over the years, learn what's going on, and I think I have a pretty good handle on it, just from sheer numbers. It's a numbers game. You see enough dogs, you see 5,000, 10,000 dogs like I have, and not just seen them, but train them over days and weeks, you start to see patterns. I was going to do this talk, and then I happened to have a client come out yesterday with Sage, the young 11-month-old cocker right there. And I thought, you know what? I believe Sage has one of these disorders, and so I'm going to do a video on it. Now, a lot of you guys saw the video with the Black German Shepherd. I made the different video about that dog. This guy did a 2-hour session, and now we're going to do about Sage and mental disorders. So there are 4, I just want you guys to watch. Watch Sage, watch how Sage moves, watch a lot of different things. The little white dog, okay? And then I'm going to talk through it. So there are 4 main disorders. This is my opinion, okay? There is ADHD or hyperactivity. There is OCD. There is a sort of doggy autism. And there is, I'm going to kind of put this in the mental disorder category, severe unintelligence. Now I'm going to talk to you about each of these individually and the signs for them. And why does it even matter? Because it matters. If your dog has a mental problem or a mental disorder, you should know that. The people that I have told that their dog, and it's always hard, I stress about it. I don't want to tell the owner, but it's my job to tell the owner. 95% of them are happy I told them. You know why? Because they've been so frustrated and they've thought it was them, but in many ways it's not them. The dog has a serious problem and they've got to live with it. But training isn't going to go the same. Okay, this is the first meeting of Prince. So I left this in there. You're not going to see the hyperactivity in this, but I think you guys should see part of the session, which is a under-socialized dog meeting another dog. This dog has not met, I don't know if any dogs actually, except his brother, right? The Black German Shepherd. This is the best thing for this dog. Dogs with a ton of energy, which we'll get back to that in a minute, need to play with dogs. It's the single best exercise a dog can have, playing with other dogs. Walks are not going to do it. Backyard play with the German Shepherd is not going to do it. It's the same dog. This dog playing with its brother, the Black German Shepherd, is not going to tire this dog out. Actually, nothing's going to tire this dog out. I'm going to go to the original audio now because I mentioned that the dog might have ADHD, and the guy agrees. She's hyperactive.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe verging on ADHD. I can't tell.
I think so too, because when she stares at something, it's hard to get her attention away, even if I tell her out or.
Yeah. I need about 2 days. I can tell within 2 days of a board and train if there's actual ADHD, but I would definitely say there's hyperactivity. So I got a lot of thoughts on what you need to do with her. So you heard me say within 15 minutes of this session, I think your dog might have ADHD. He said, I agree. Instantly, he said, I agree with you. That's pretty rare that the owner is kind of usually they go, oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. The guy was like, I agree, which really kind of cemented in my head that she probably does. So back to what I was saying, all right? ADHD, hyperactivity, OCD, autism, severe unintelligence. So ADHD, here's how you diagnose it, okay? It's not just that the dog runs around a bunch. It's just not. And why did I say in that clip to the guy in the original audio that takes about 2 days of a board and train? Because the dogs after about 2 days start to calm down in a board and train. ADHD dogs don't calm down they calm down 10% when every other dog calms down 50%. That is a big difference, okay? But you can really see it in 2 areas, in their eyes and in their legs. ADHD dogs lie down and their back legs continue to move. their back legs kick out. And you're going to see this later in the video where she's in the pasture just cruising and running and sprinting. Her legs constantly kick out. That is what I've seen over the years. I probably trained like 10, maybe 20 dogs that I think have ADHD. Their legs kick out. Now the eyes, you can see it because just shiftiness. Now why is it hard to diagnose? Because puppies are crazy. Puppies' eyes shift. Puppies run around. Puppies are nuts. Puppies aren't that smart. So they run and they're just stimulated all the time. But there's a difference, okay? And I want you guys to start identifying that difference. So where is it? It's in the eyes, not just energy level. That's why it takes me 2 days to figure it out, because I got to see the energy level not drop enough. All right, it's in the eyes and it's in the back legs, in my opinion. All right, let's get into OCD. This is common. This is the dog that's crazy about lights, obsessively doing anything. I have seen dogs obsessively chase lights. I haven't seen that many dogs chase their tail, actually. That's pretty rare at the board and train. I don't know why, probably because there's a lot of other stuff going on. I haven't even seen lights that much at the board and train. I see it at in-home training a lot. So, but OCD, many of you tell me your dogs have OCD. It's pretty common. A lot of people have OCD. I would say, by the way, the dog severe behavioral problems, it mirrors about the same percentage as the human population. Maybe a little less with dogs, but it's around the same. So how do you diagnose OCD? It's pretty basic, right? Most people know it, right? This dog might have a little OCD as well. What's up with the obsession with the black dog, right? It's constant. He has other dogs to play with. He's not as comfortable with those other dogs, but there's an obsession around the black dog, as you can see. Okay, so there might be some OCD in there. And a lot of times these mental problems will mix, right? They'll overlap a little bit, okay? Because the dog's brain is just a little different. So OCD, you know it. Now, autism, or I don't know what else to call it, okay? Some sort of something. I've seen it with like one that I'm sure of, maybe more, but it's in the eyes. It's in like more of a blank stare where the dog just doesn't seem to be registering everything. It's in the eyes. They like look past you. They look like they're looking off somewhere else. Okay, I haven't seen that much of it, so I guess that doesn't really mirror the human population. And it can be confused with my next one, which is severe unintelligence. I had a dog. He came to us for years and years and years. This big Great Dane, and he was so unintelligent. He couldn't. It might have been like autism. He couldn't even drink water. He bit the water so that the water would splash up into his mouth. So something that I think dogs probably learn at like 6 weeks old, right? To cup their tongue, throw the water into the back of their throat. He never learned. He couldn't do it. That's not normal. That's like a basic thing that a dog is born with in their brain, and the dog could not do it. So, but he was normal in other respects. He just wasn't that smart, and he didn't know how to drink water. That's weird. Like, that's strange. So, how do you diagnose that? A severe unintelligence? I mean, drinking water would be kind of an obvious thing. They can't drink water. Learning, if you're really, you're doing the right kind of training, you're being very clear with things, you're training a sit and the dog is just kind of looking at you and then slowly backing up into a sit like it doesn't really know it's being asked, that could be like just a severe unintelligence. But don't think, oh, I do the go-get method that Joel says to train a recall and my dog doesn't learn. That could be stubbornness. That's not unintelligence. That's breed-specific or individual-specific stubbornness. So there's a difference. Stubbornness isn't a mental problem, right? Half the breeds out there are stubborn breeds. But look at this guy. He doesn't stop, or she doesn't stop. It's constant. The only time she kind of chills is around other dogs. But the dog's skinny. I said, hey, you should feed the dog more. And he said, I leave food out all day. So what does that tell us? This dog has access to as much food as it can eat, and she's still skinny. You know why? Because she revs high. Because she has ADHD. Her body's constantly burning fuel. And she kind of can't eat enough. She just constantly, some dogs have ADHD so bad that they can't even be calm enough to eat or drink. They'll drink and then they'll just get up. That's another one. I actually forgot to say that. They can't, dogs will drink for like 20 seconds, but their brain at 6 seconds goes, oh, what the hell's going on? I can't drink this long. Look at this dog. Look at her. She doesn't stop. Now, we were in the pool. When dogs get wet, they get energy, but it's just not normal. It's just not normal. And I want to give props to this guy. I told him, one, he bought a leash reactive dog that I made a video about. Two, I told him, hey man, I want to talk about her, what I believe is ADHD. And he said, absolutely. And you know why? And other clients of mine and YouTube subscribers of mine had said this. They said, because I want to help other people. Most people are fine with me filming because, oh my gosh, that's enough. Because they want to help you guys. They've been helped by these videos and they want to contribute. And I think that's awesome about my subscribers. Look at this. Look at this movement though. Look at this movement. Look at the tail, right? That's not one of my criteria, but look at the tail. There's a constant movement there. The only times she has been calm is when Prince was near her and she was like nervous. By the way, look at how much she's come out of her shell. That's from me going, yeah, she's going to get with other dogs. We're going to make this happen. She's going to get with them. We're not going to protect her. We're going to say, get used to it. And now it's the greatest thing to her. But she doesn't stop moving. That tail doesn't stop moving. I think I finished my thought about her, why she's thin. She revs high. She's burning fuel all the time because her body's all. So here's my leg thing. Remember the leg thing? Look at her legs on the ground. They'll kick out. I think she might do it again too, or I might have cut it out. This happened for an hour. The video is already 14 minutes long. I didn't even want to make it 14 minutes long, but I'm like, look at the legs. Look at the back legs. Oh, they're calm right there. That's good. But it's also because she's a little nervous. Look at these legs kick out, kick out, kick out, kick out, kick out, kick out. Can't control those back legs. So now the question becomes, what do you do about it? If your kid has ADHD, if your kid has OCD, autism, you deal with it, right? It's what you got. People have kids like this. People have dogs like this. Look at these. Look at her. She can't stop moving. Okay, ADHD, you exercise your dog, right? It's not going to fix your problems, but you got to exercise your dog. You also teach them calmness, right? Teach them long bed stays, stuff like that. OCD is tough. OCD's tough. You try to redirect them into not chasing their tail or lights. I would not feed into it. I don't like when people go, hey, look at my dog chase the lights, and then they keep chasing the lights. That's not great. Autism, that's a tough one. Look at her. She's in the pool. That's a tough one, autism. And severe unintelligence, well, that sucks for you. Doesn't suck for the dog. Dog doesn't know any different. Dog's probably as happy as any other dog. So that's the video. Comment if you agree, disagree, or know of something else. Also like and subscribe.